Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, look. Y'all, I'm trying something different. I wanted to see how does it work in the YouTube studio to go live? Because guess what? I've been going live in Ecamm Live for 2 years now. And I was like, let me just see what it looks like to do it the native way. So here we are. I am testing something new out. Welcome to Freedom Fridays, y'all. This is going to be a good time as always. If you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I am Rashadat, your dream strategist, and I come on here on YouTube every Friday to go live because I want to help us as Black women, but really all high capacity, like bad boss women. I want to help us create a lifestyle of rest, and just saying that we want to rest is not enough. We actually have to start shifting some things in our lives, but not just shifting things in our lives, shifting things in our mindset. So when we start working on our mindset, then our lives will follow. And so that's what I'm all about doing here. So I welcome you. I'm excited for us to have a conversation. When we do this every Friday, there's four things that we do. There's a flow because the main goal of this is for you to be able to wind down for the weekend. But you can't wind down for the weekend if your mind is still rolling and thinking about all the things that you have going on from this week. And so I'm going to help you do a brain dump. Get all of those things out of your mind, get your schedule set up for next week, and then you have your whole weekend to actually rest. Your whole weekend to lean into the activities and the restful things that actually fill your cup. So that's what we're going to do. There's a couple steps that we do that. It's about four steps that we do that. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to celebrate our wins. Then we are going to give out some stickers, some reconciliation, some reward for prioritizing rest from this past week. We're going to figure out like how much rest do you need for next week, and then you're going to set up your schedule in addition to um, prioritizing rest first and foremost, and then allowing yourself to schedule everything else as well. Because here's the thing, you've never had a hard time prioritizing work. This is going to help you prioritize rest. And then after we get your schedule set up, we're going to do some activities to wind down for the weekend. And then you should be set. Anything else that you're finishing up on this Friday afternoon, of course, you'll finish those things up, but you will finish this day knowing I am ready to fully move into my weekend vibes, whatever those vibes are, and really enjoy it. Not thinking about anything that was left from work. Like, let's actually prioritize rest. So, if you're new here, I would love for you to make sure you take a second to either say hello in the chat, or go ahead and if you're watching the replay, hello in the future, say hello in the comments so that I can know that you're here, so that I can welcome you, so that I can share anything that you need. Like, I'm here to support you. So, whatever you're going through, I would love to make space for you here. So, yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. The other thing that I want to share is there is a lovely worksheet that is a companion to what we're going to do today. I'm going to put that link in the chat. Let me grab it right now. And so this worksheet is the worksheet that we use as the companion here. So everything that we're doing, you can work through it with us, doing the same activities with us. And that means even if you got here and you're like, okay, um, I'm watching the replay, I still want to do the activities, you can download this week worksheet and do it with us as we go, okay? Hi, Meg. Happy Friday. I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. Now, listen, I am. I think I said it. Yeah, I said it earlier. I don't know if you were here yet, but I'm trying something a little different. So I can't put everything on the screen like I usually do, or at least I don't think I can. That's what I'm looking through. Oh, I could do polls though. Never could do that before. That's fun. So I'm trying to use YouTube's native stuff to see what they got going on and see how that, see if anything comes out. But I love this. I could still share my screen. I didn't know that I could do that. So yes, we're trying something new, Meg. So I'm saying hi, and I see you in the chat. Thank you for saying hello. But I can't put it on the screen today. That's okay. I think this is going to allow us to not allow me to not be distracted by trying to do all the things, and I could just show up and we could just have a good conversation like we like to do. So with that in mind, let's start talking about our wins from the week. What wins are you celebrating from this past week, from the past 7 days since we got together last Friday? And while you are thinking about what your wins are, you can go ahead and put them in the chat. And I'm going to go ahead and think about what are mine. And I'm going to start sharing them with you. So let me see. I can tell you one thing for sure. I am in a season of leveling up my rest. Okay. And I'm in a season, I believe that like rest, because let's talk about work life balance. Work and life are two sides of the same coin, okay? So when one side starts changing, the other side is affected by it as well. And in a lot of times, what we know is that work life balance could go like this, like work side could get higher and the life side gets lower, or the life side gets higher and the work side gets lower. What I'm learning to do and what I teach, or what I'm evolving as I do, and what I teach inside of my program, is let's figure out how to help those things evolve at a similar pace. And so my business is changing and it's beautiful. I love what's going on. I love the different opportunities that I have um, to serve you guys. And I got distracted by Keena's message. I'm gonna read it in a second. And I love the different things that are coming available through that I'm about to make available through my program. So I'm really excited to see to share all of that. And it's affecting my personal life as well, which is good. I am actually seeing myself like continue to make time when the struggle that we face as high capacity, strong super women is that we are always like, okay, when something new changes, I have to hit the ground running. I have to work harder. I got to make sure everything is on its P's and Q's. And what I'm learning is that it's better to slow down to speed up. We hear that all the time, but that's not how this group of people works, right? But I'm learning the beauty and the benefit of that. And so I've been slowing down so that I can make sure that I don't lose my rest in the change and the things that are going on. And that's a huge win for me. So that's my first win. It's like really making space to slow down so that I can speed up, so that I can make things the way that I truly want them to be, rather than trying to get an A plus, because that's what's really happening. That is the tension between trying to get an A plus and not seeming like life is changing to the outside when it really is changing. Like, I want you guys to see that my life is changing and this is how I'm handling it. So, yes. Okay. Keena said, I was watching Scream Bakule. Bakule Scream Bakule Scream, and saw the notification. Hey y'all. Oh, hey. Okay, so you were watching something else on YouTube and this notification came up. That's amazing. I love that because I wasn't sure listen, hundreds for that. I wasn't sure how it was going to work for me to start using this native, but if that's one of the benefits, then I love it. I love that it reminds people sooner rather than later to come and get on the live stream. So hey Keena, I'm glad you're here today. Welcome. I'm glad that it gave you a notification. Happy Friday. We're celebrating our wins. So I would love for you to share, what are you celebrating? What wins happened in your life this week that you're celebrating so that we can celebrate them with you? big, small, and in between, lifestyle, work, whatever. What are the wins? So I just shared my first one is that I've been giving myself grace to slow down in this transition where I know in the past the tension for me would be to try to I wouldn't have even called it try to be perfect, but that's actually what it was. I wouldn't have named it that way. But I recognize that in the past, feeling like I needed to be strong, feeling like I needed to be perfect from the outside, that I would have tried to stay up late. I would have worked harder and everything to make sure that I still got my Wednesday video out, that I was still doing this, that I was still doing that. And that's not even what I'm about. That's not what I'm about. And that's not what and that's what I don't want you guys to be about. So this is a beautiful space of being able to model, to look, practice what I preach, y'all. Okay. That's what it's about. I believe in this stuff. It's not just work for me, it's lifestyle for me. And I also understand the tension that work and that pressure to do more will keep pulling you back if we don't make space for conversations like these where we share how work is trying to pull us back, because this is liberation for me and I know that it's liberation for others as we pay attention to that and we choose something different. We are creating a new default. Instead of the default being work, I'm creating a new default. And I'm very proud of that. Can you tell I'm rambling about it? Okay, thank you for the like. Thank you for the person that took a second to like. I appreciate you. I hope that that means that YouTube goes ahead and shows this to other people, other high capacity Black women, super women, strong Black women who are like, you know what? I am ready to do this differently. I've been pushing myself harder and harder for a long time, and I don't want to do that anymore. But I need a space of people who recognize that I'm not the only one. I want a space of like-minded people. So I hope that YouTube hears all of that in this transcript and goes out and shows this to all of those people. Okay, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, Keena said celebrating getting up early at 6 a.m. and going with the flow with more energy. I'm not usually a morning person. Yes, congratulations on that. I've actually been doing that a lot this week too. Because since I'm in Los Angeles, on the East Coast, it's noon. But over here in Los Angeles, it's 9 a.m. So you see, I'm like, my little eyes, I'm still getting used to it, but my body is already waking up early. I'm just letting my mind and the rest of my being get used to that. So I honor that. It's a vibe, and it's also really beautiful. Like I like being a morning person. Keena said I'm not a morning person, so congratulations for not allowing this to spoil your morning. But yes, I love being up in the morning. So I'm glad when it's available and I can enjoy it. Like I sat I woke up and then I sat and I just looked outside. That's one of my favorite things to do when I first wake up. And that's the only reason why this new time shift is a little hard for me, because I like to wake up and have really slow mornings where I sit, I look out the window, I read my book for a little while, and then I get into things. I'm doing it a little bit different now that my time zone is shifted. So I did give myself time to sit and look at the window and look out the window. Um, but then this morning, because I didn't wake up quite as early, which was beautiful, I'm allowing it to be what it is. I didn't sit quite as long, but it was still good. It's still beautiful, y'all. Like, let yourself listen to your body. I hope that what I'm trying to add a little bit more of to in this Freedom Fridays event is that we make more space to listen to our body. Don't bully our bodies or bully our minds to hurry up and do something. That is our body saying, hey, you need to rest right now. We need to pay attention to that instead of trying to push our capacity to do more. Why don't we start limiting our capacity to what we actually have space to do, right? Yes, Kina, all the claps. Yes, right? Like, let's make space for that. It's a beautiful place to be. So, thank you for sharing that win. I love it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful win. Okay, so while you guys are continuing to share your wins in the chat, let me see. What is my second win this week? Here's the other thing that has been happening to me. I'm going to share this in relation because this affects our work life balance. When I have calls with clients or potential clients, one of the things when they start talking about rest, they're like, I feel their imagination of getting rest is one extreme or the other. So either to get rest, they have to burn everything down in order to get rest, or they have to work so hard and forego rest. And there really is a middle. There is a middle. We haven't been taught how to find that middle, but that's what this program is about because, I have found it the hard way. I've failed. I effed it up many times. But from that, I finally learned how to not have to work so hard that I'm always burnt out, but I also don't have to burn everything down in order to get rest. I've found that middle space and I've been living in that space this week, and it just feels, listen, I'm grateful. Can you tell I'm in a spirit of gratefulness today? I'm grateful to have found that middle because it's not, again, that's not something that we're taught. And so finding that middle has been this evolution for me because the middle is messy. That's why I think we go to each extreme because we feel like it's easier to just go hard all the time or it's easier to just rest all the time. But in the middle, you have to pause. You have to listen to your body. You have to make adjustments in the moment. You can't just be like, I'm going to bulldoze my way to it. And so that's what this season is looking like for me. And this week has been really beautiful and blessed in that. And the tension around our money in that is because, especially as an entrepreneur, that means sometimes there's going to be ebbs and flows, and we need to learn how to adjust in those. And I've been in a season of learning how to adjust in those and having my emergency fund and leveraging my different resources to make everything work smoothly. I'm a pro at it on the personal level. I'm not a pro at it on the business level, but I am working towards that. And it feels good. Like, again, I don't want to have to be at any extreme. Swinging from one stream to another is a pendulum, and your body and your emotions, listen, we're not meant for that kind of swinging. We're meant for more like this. And that's where the messy middle is. And that's what I'm making space for. So, yes, for that. That's the second one I have today. Okay. Megan said, the first time I visited LA, I was waking up at 4 and 5 in the morning because I was still on East Coast time. But after a few days, I didn't mind it. Right. It's one of those adjustments when you come to your LA, especially when you come from the East Coast. You're like, oh, this feels obnoxious. I should never want to be up this early. But then you're like, oh, wait, now I get to see the sunrise. Now I get to do this. Now I'm getting quiet time to myself. Oh, I think I like this. That's always how I end up feeling. So, yes, I totally relate to that. I totally relate to that, Meg. It's beautiful. I really enjoy it. And I know that I will continue to evolve, but I actually do want to stay with getting up early. So now I'm just shifting the way my morning routine works a little bit. Excuse me. So instead of having like 3 hours before I get into work, now I kind of have an hour, and then I have early meetings, which are nice to get them all done first thing in the morning. And then I go and work out and rest in like ease, like have a good break time. I guess it's a morning siesta. And then I get back into work for the rest of the day, and then I go for an evening walk. So it's just a bit of switching, and those things are okay. Like anybody who's done my anti-superhero or the realistic schedule, I should say, when you look at your time budget, you set it up, but it's not a set it and forget it. Just like a financial budget, a spending plan, it has to evolve with what's going on in your life. And so does your budget for your time and energy. It has to evolve with what's going on in your life. It's okay for it to evolve. It's a good thing. That means you are paying attention. You don't have to put yourself in a box. We've been so programmed to put ourselves in a box, but we got to allow things to ebb and flow. And that's what's happening in my life and in my setup right now. I love it. Meg said, I'm usually a morning person as long as I don't have to go to work. I get that. That's real. I totally understand that. I think as I'm learning, and maybe, and that's the other thing that I do with the time and energy budget, which you guys would get inside of Meant for More, and you would learn how to use it and to set it up. Instead of trying to make myself work into a routine that I'm not into, I try to just pay attention to, and this is what at the beginning, you want to pay attention. Anytime you're setting up a time and energy budget, you want to do a little bit of a time and energy study. What are the things that are draining your time? What do you wish you had more time for? And you pay attention to those things first and foremost. And then once you have that data, then you can go back and actually create a time and energy budget that works for you with intentionality. It doesn't mean you're going to immediately fall into it, but it does mean that you can have some time to evolve into it, but you know that it's going to give you the things that you want on the other side. So it's worth making that time and effort to figure it out. So, yes, that was a lot of information. I guess I'm in an information mode today. That's okay. We evolving, we letting things happen, right? Okay, let me take a sip of this. Mm. That's my overnight oats. I should have put a little bit more milk in there instead. Okay. So I already shared 2 wins. Let me see. What's my third win for the week? So I've been my favorite humans. I'm with one of my favorite people here, but my favorite top humans that I love in the world are in Charlotte. And it's been fun to just say, hey, I miss you guys. Do you ever get so used to being with your people that you start to take them for granted, or you don't even recognize that you're taking them for granted? And I recognize that it's one of the reasons I love traveling, because it reminds me why I love home. It reminds me why I love the people that I love. It reminds me why I live where I live. And it makes me grateful to be away, but it also makes me grateful for home. So I've been sending them messages to be like, hey, y'all, I love you. I miss you. I'm grateful for you. And it's been so nice to hear them say that to me as well. Um, when I talk about us being a rested queen, I always talk about there are 3 things that make up being a rested queen. Number 1 is living in living in flow. My brain is working. Number 2 is being nourished and centered, and that's emotionally, physically, mentally nourished and centered through yourself rather than centering everybody else. And then the third part about that is being cared for. But because we have been in such a practice of caring for everybody else, sometimes we forget to allow ourselves to be cared for. You have to allow someone to care for you. If you are the person that's like, listen, I don't need any help. I'm not going to tell you when something's wrong. I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to be vulnerable. Girl, you are keeping yourself from being cared for. And not all of those 3 things are not just a part of making you a rested queen. That's how you create a soft life, is by allowing yourself to be cared for. And I've been being so intentional about it. And that's again something that I'm so passionate about helping us learn through Meant for More. So yes, I'm very grateful that I've been making space to be cared for. And that's not to say that when I am cared for, that I don't care for other people. Those things can simultaneously happen. I think we forget that too. We forget that we can simultaneously be cared for um, while we're also caring for others. Like, let that in. And so it's been really beautiful to let that in from the people at home and with the lovely human that I'm here with. Because I like to be around people. I think being alone all the time is a little overrated. I'm not saying you need to be with people all the time. And we have no matter where I'm at, I always carve out introvert time for myself. But also, there's space where we can introvert together, where somebody over there is doing their thing and I'm over here doing my thing. We're in the same room, we're in the same space and energy. We're sharing that beautiful, re energizing energy, but we don't have to be interacting. It's okay for things to be quiet, you know? So, something else that I'm enjoying and loving for today. So, I would love for you to share your wins in the chat so that I can celebrate them with you. And then I want us to start giving out some stickers. So if you're new here, what we do is every week I give us the opportunity to do our rest and our rhythms and rituals check in. I actually want to change the name of that. What am I gonna? Let's do I'm gonna call it a rest check in. That's what we're gonna call it. Because that name, the I love the rhythm and rituals for R&R, but it's a mouthful. So I'm gonna change it. But we're gonna do our rest check-in, and what happens with our rest check-in is if you have prioritized any time for this past week where you have taken 30 seconds, 30 minutes, it's not about how much time, it's about the fact that you are being intentional and allowing yourself to rest when your default is to work harder, when your default is to hurry up and get things done, when your default is to hit the ground running. I want to reward you for actually pausing and giving yourself, your body, your mind, your spirit the chance to rest. And I'm going to give you a sticker, just like we did back in elementary school. I want to give you a sticker. So if you have done that, go ahead and put hashtag sticker in the chat, okay? Everybody that does hashtag sticker in the chat, I'm about to give you a sticker. Let me go ahead and share my screen so that you can see. Now, this is the first time I'm sharing my screen natively from YouTube. So let's hope this goes well. Let's see. Let's do this and see if this works. Click that and then share. And then, oops, but I can't tell if you can see it now. Okay, can you see my screen? Oh, it looks like it was right. Okay, good. Okay, so here is the stickers. If you have, like I said, made some time for us this week, I want to reward you. And actually, you know what? Let me stop this sharing. Let me try it a different way. Edit it. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Stop. Share. Listen, we're learning something new today. Yeah. Freedom Fridays here. That's what I want to share. Okay, good. Okay, now it's specifically sharing that. Perfect. So if you deserve a sticker, then go ahead and let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the stickers in the chat right now, or in the oh, you can see it. Yay! Look at me learning something new, y'all. I'm excited. Okay, good. And now I can see it too. So Megan's getting a sticker. Who else is getting a sticker? Go ahead and put hashtag sticker in the chat. Now, if you are watching the replay, that doesn't mean you can't participate. You can put your wins that you are celebrating in the comment section. You can also put hashtag sticker in the comments section of this video once it's posted and it's the replay. You can put it there and I'll still give you your sticker, okay? I would love to celebrate you for prioritizing rest, because everybody that's joined in this community, everybody that's coming here for Freedom Fridays, we're on a vibe. We're on a on a journey, on an adventure. I like to call it an adventure because sometimes journeys feel like extra hard, but adventures, I think they create this space of being thrilling. Like, oh, this could be a whole thing, but this could also be extremely exciting. The vibe is more exciting. So all of us are on this adventure to create a more rested lifestyle where work is not the most important thing about us. Where even centering other people is not the most important thing about us. We center ourselves first, and then we give our love and affection as our overflow, not as the most important thing to do. So that's why we're prioritizing rest. It's the shift for us to learn to shift our life and our priorities to center ourselves first and to give everything afterwards. Okay? Or to give from our overflow afterwards. Hey Tracy, welcome. Can you see I'm doing stuff a little bit different today? I'm streaming directly from YouTube because I was like, let me see what they got going on. Let me see how it's going. But I see you getting a sticker today. I'm about to give those stickers out. Yes, I love it. Tracy said, I'm a bit tardy because I needed to get some rest since I was feeling sick. Girl, I'm always about you getting the rest. You don't have to explain or anything about that. I'm glad that you're here, though. So glad that you're here. Okay, let me go ahead and give out the stickers. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here. Today is the 23rd, right? It is the 23rd. I need to let's pick some stickers for the rest of this season. Oh, no, that's a little boy. Let's do a different one. Fairy. If you have a suggestion for a sticker, let your girl know. Yes. We're gonna give her here. We'll give her a brown. Oh, look. I promise I could do this, right? Come on. Okay, there we go. So the fairy is a sticker. Let's see, what other stickers can we do? Oh, we're gonna do a Rested Queen sticker. Yes, we're gonna do that. Wow, y'all, May is long. It's 5 Fridays. There's twice a year where there's 5 weeks in a year, but every other time it's just 4 weeks. So May is a long month, and you know what? I'm not even mad. Let's see. I need some more stickers. Oh, let's do that one. I might have used that already. Let me see. Lipstick, that was another sticker. Let me see. Y'all got ideas for stickers? Let me look. That's the only thing. I can't see both going on. Yes, I hope you feel better too, Tracy. Thanks for saying that, Megan. I appreciate you. Yeah, a bit dizzy, but rebooting. Okay, girl. Yes, sit down, take a break. Boots to kick off the weekend. Yes. A beach ball for June. Yes. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's do that. A beach ball. Let me see. Where is beach? Let's find all the beach stuff. Oh, okay. Let me find ball first, and then I'll come back to. Oh, wow! I really thought that there was going to be a beach ball in there. I guess not. Okay, but we'll go back to the beach stuff. Let's do some waves, some sun. I like that though, because I could put in that one word and I can pull out some options for, okay, yes, bathing suits, getting all the stickers. So this will help. Beach, yes, an umbrella, all the beach. Okay, so that'll get us through another couple weeks. So let me go ahead. I'm doing this, and Megan got her sticker. Tracy got her sticker. Let me see. Did anybody else check in? Yeah, see, I agree. That was a nice one. I'm sad that there wasn't a ball in there. I wonder now, they've been opening it up so that you can create emojis now, but I don't think it's gonna let me do that right yet. Ooh, I didn't even know that it could do that. Frequently used. Listen, because we giving out all the stickers. I love when the stickers come out. Okay, it doesn't look like it looks like I could do that on when I'm on my text message, but not when I'm in here. So that's okay. But we got a couple beach ones. And that was a really good idea, Meg. I'm gonna keep looking for the beach summer ones because y'all know that's what I like. Ooh, that's another one. Meg said, is there one for Juneteenth? We could make up one for Juneteenth because what that would have been the 13th. So let's move this one to July. And let's find a Juneteenth one. Now, I don't think that there's a Juneteenth one. But here we go. Black women. Blackity black, black, black. Let's see. Is there anything in here? Oh, I know what we could use. Fest. We could use a Black Power Fest. Let's use this. Yes. That's what we're going to use for Juneteenth, okay? How do you feel about that? I think that feels good. I think that feels good. So, okay, I gave out our couple of stickers. Remember, if you are joining us on the replay, go ahead and put in the chat or in the comments hashtag sticker, and I will give you your sticker. This wonderful human here, Farida put hers in the comments, and guess what? That was the first time she'd ever joined us for Freedom Fridays officially, because I don't know who gets to see it when you guys look on the replay. But she put it in the comments, and I was like, "Oh, shout out to Farida!" I went and put her in the check-in, and I gave her sticker. Okay, so I read it. I look at all the comments, and I make sure you will still get your stickers. So go ahead and share if you would like to get on the check-in. Like, get your sticker. Just like we were when we were in elementary school or when we were in kindergarten. We love getting a sticker. It was like, ooh, look at me. You see that right there? Is it not the best thing? I want you to feel that proud of yourself every time you prioritize rest for the week. Okay? Every time you prioritize it, because this is how we start making more space for rest. Our body is like, ooh, that was a dopamine hit when I was rewarded for resting. I should make more time to do that. And this is now carving out. Look, we're not even going to get into the neuroscience of it, but just a little bit. This is how we start carving out new pathways in our brain that says rest should be our default, not work. Okay. All right. I love it. I love it. Okay. Megan said, I like the fist. Tracy, I should have. Being at my job on Juneteenth didn't sit right. Listen, girl, I took the day off before and after Juneteenth. Listen, that's a whole vibe. I love that. That is beautiful. I'm into it. Right, let it be our holiday. It really should. But you know, with the orange character in, I don't know that that's going to happen, but for us, we can make it our own holiday. Okay, good. Again, you like the fest, kind of got into trouble because of it, but I don't care. I know that's right. They will be okay. They will be okay. I googled Juneteenth emoji and the fish showed up. So good selection. Yes. Okay, good. Because I was like, I'm not sure what else that I would use. I like using emojis. I'm not gonna lie. I use them a lot. So I was like, I don't think I've seen anything else that would give me an emoji, a Juneteenth emoji vibe. But I'm glad that we got something. Look, I'm celebrating that. Okay. So now that we gave out our stickers, if you have not yet shared your wins, go ahead and start sharing them in the chat. And then while you're doing that, or while you're thinking about that, let's go ahead and spend some time and do our body scan. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and just come back to here. Lately, I've been having us do a body scan because one of the questions that I received, and I remember, and it took me a long time to process how I wanted to do this. How could we together better understand how much rest we need? Because rest is not a one size fits all answer, and it's not the same answer for you every day. The amount of rest that you needed yesterday versus the amount of rest that you need today is not always the same thing. And how do you figure that out? If you came onto this live stream expecting me to give you the answer, then listen, I'm sorry. I don't have the answer, but I do have the tool that will help you figure out the answer for yourself. And so that's why we do this is why we're going to do the body scan, because the body scan, your body is going to give you the answer to how much rest do I need for next week. This is how we keep burnout from happening, because what happens with burnout is we work, work. And then next thing we know, because we weren't paying attention to our body and the signals that our body was giving us, then we are burnt out. So at least every Friday, I want to be guiding you through this opportunity to check back in with yourself and hear what you need, hear what your body needs, so that hopefully we never get to that point of burnout again. And if we do, it's because you're not doing this body scan. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to get on it. Okay, here, let's go ahead and do it together. I'm gonna put my hand over my chest, over my heart, over my belly, and then I'm gonna close my eyes. You don't have to close your eyes. You can daydream up into the sky or whatever feels good for you. But I want you to put yourself in a space where you can sit still and truly listen to your body. What is your body telling you? Okay. And so open your ears, open your heart, open your mind, open your everything about you to listen. Open your ears to listen to what your body has. And then we are going to go from the top of our head all the way to our feet. Let's start now. So think about the complete top of your head and start to scan down. Scan down over your forehead, over your eyebrows, over your eyes, your nose, your lips, and your chin. Down your ears, down your neck, to the base of your neck and down your shoulders. Down your arms, your elbows, down your hands and your fingertips. Listen to what your body is telling you. Scan down your chest, down your belly, across your hips, across your thighs, across your knees, across your shins, across your ankles, down your feet, all the way to the tips of your toes. Listen to what your body is telling you. Take a second and release any tension. I just realized I was tensing my eyebrows. I'm like, ooh, release your eyebrows. Release your chin, release your neck, release the tension in your shoulders. Pay attention to where any of that is. Release it and ask your body, hey, body, what kind of rest do we need today? Do we need introversion time? Or maybe have we been so secluded that we need to come out and allow ourselves to be encouraged and cared for? What things do you need right now? Take a second to listen. Take a deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. Allow that cleansing to allow any of that tension out of your body. Listen, I'm not a guru when it comes to this. I'm just telling you what feels good to me and allowing yourself to really listen to your body and what you need, okay? So, as you do that, take a second and put it in the chat if you want. What did your body tell you that you needed? What is your body telling you your rest needs to look like for the next 7 days between now and next Friday? And then I want you to download the worksheet. It's pinned to the top. I want you to download that worksheet. And in there, you write down, this is what my body told me, so that you can come back to it from last week and be reminded. Let me see, do I have mine in here? I want to be writing mine down too, Because then when I listen to it, I can go back and say, did I make space for that? Did I make the time I needed to go ahead and listen and give my body what it told me it needed? Okay. So last week, I actually, and I'm learning, can you see I'm learning this habit myself? And I gotta make sure I want to put this in the same space because I've been putting it in different places. So you know what? I got it. I got it. So when you put it somewhere, I want you to remember and go back to it from the last week and say, what did I do? Did I actually take that space? Okay. Let me see. Y'all being silly. No, you said, okay, good. That was where we were before. So when you do that, I believe what my body is telling me today is to just allow myself to not have to feel like my week has to look any certain way. The one thing that I know that is something that I have to do on my business side is I'm working on direct outreach. And I have a new quiz, a new assessment that I just finished, and I'm so excited about it. And I want to get the word out about it. So in this next week, I'm making space to like send that out over email, send it out in text messages, send it out in DMs. And so I know what I'm focusing on for my business, but I want to know what I'm focusing on for my rest. And in my rest, those two things are pretty aligned for me because in trying to get this done, my rest, I know that sometimes I will be like, oh, I could just work a little longer. And what does that do? That pushes off time for my rest. I want to be intentional about not doing that. So for every, ooh, I think what I'm going to do, this is coming to me as we're talking about it right now. I think what I want to do is like for every time that I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to make more time to do more work, I'm going to penalize myself with an extra 30 minutes of rest. Obviously, it's not a penalization, but it's me paying attention to my mindset around how much work I need to do and also paying attention to how realistic or unrealistic I may or may not be being about how much I could get done in the amount of time. Because the other thing is, part of the reason we feel like we don't have enough time or that we're behind is because we're unrealistic about how much we can get done. It's not that we were moving slow or any of that other stuff. We were just being unrealistic in the first place. So I'm going to be very realistic about making time to rest this week. And let me tell y'all, last night I did an evening walk on the beach because my friend lives on the beach, and so I can like see it from the house. It's amazing. I took a 3 mile walk last night from the beach, and it was so beautiful. I love it. I want to make sure I make time to do that. So, what are you making sure that you make time to rest as you go through this week? Okay, I want you to pay attention to that, and I want you to write it down. Okay, Tracy said, I know next couple of days is saying limited movements, not too many, but tomorrow I want to go to the farmer's market. I love that. You're like, listen, I'm used to being in the movement of my body, and my body is saying, hey, sit down. You don't need to be in movement anymore. I love that. So you're going to make space and time for that. I love it. Yes, Tracy. Yes. I'm on the flip side because I'm working at my computer all day. My body is saying, hey, you need to move more. Get out and take a walk. Get out and get some vitamin D. Go move your body. And so that's why I took my walk last night. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, Tracy says, so jealous. You should do it every day, Rashida. I'm working towards that. I literally am. For one, because I'm trying to set myself up to do 75 hard, or excuse me, 75 soft. But I also don't want this to be like, oh, I'm moving my body just for the sake of a challenge. I love a challenge in that it helps like jumpstart you, but I want it to be a jumpstart to my lifestyle change, not just, oh, let me just do it for this challenge and then I never do it again. So I agree with you. I'm gonna make space to do it every single day. Every single day. And I think I might have a route now. I've been trying to figure out what my new walk route is gonna be. And I think I got it. I think the one I did last night, I know it's 3.5 miles. I don't remember how long it took me. I'll have to look in my Apple Watch and see. But I can just put that in my schedule to do it. Whether I do it in the morning, whether I do it as a lunch break walk, or whether I do it in the evening, just making time to do that. Like I think I might do my walk after our live stream today and then come back and finish up and wind down for the weekend. So Tracy said, water is calming. You should dip your toes in the water, even if it's cold, to shock the body. I agree. Here's what I don't like. I don't like saying that much, y'all. I'm a little worried that once I take off my shoes, I'm going to have sand all over the place. But you know what I'll do? I will go down to the beach just for that. Instead of trying to do the walk and the beach and all of that at the same time, because I do not want sand in my sneakers. Okay. But I do want to just go. I think, ooh, so that might be this weekend. I'll just go to the beach, take my beach towel, just go sit at the beach and I brought every single bathing suit I have. So I got like 10 bathing suits. Just go put my bathing suit on and put my feet in the water. I'm very lucky. We also have a pool at the condo too. So much water to be had. So yes. Okay, Tracy said my husband showers in cold water every day to shock the body. Oh my goodness. I don't even like the last time I took a cold shower was when I was a missionary. And let me tell you, it wasn't because I chose the cold shower. It was because the water was just cold. I'm not a cold water girl. Ooh, but I can do my toes. Here, that's my happy medium, Tracy. I will put my toes in the water, and the water is probably cold because it's actually pretty chilly in Long Beach right now. You need a sweater. Like you need when you go outside, you need a sweater right now. So yes, I might go with that vibe. I'll start by putting my toes in and letting the toes get shocked with the cold that way. Okay, y'all. So we just did a body scan so that we could listen to our body and say, "Hey, body, what do I need for rest right now?" We took a scan of everything from our head all the way down to our toes, and that's how we know how much rest that we need to schedule for this coming week. And now we're about to spend time scheduling it. Now, here's the thing. I like to schedule my rest in my calendar because I know I prioritize what I put in my calendar. I know when I put my work in my calendar, it gets done. I know when I put my rest in my calendar, it gets done. But if you're not a calendar person, let me help you understand. I'm not trying to make you a calendar person. You don't have to schedule your rest that way. Instead, the way that you can do it is this worksheet that is pinned to this chat. It's all the way at the top. You can download that worksheet. It's going to take you to a landing page. It's completely free. But in there is a page that will give you a habit tracker and also a space for you to decide what does your rest need to look like for this week. You want to go ahead and write it in there. Now that you've done the body scan, you've listened to your body, you completely understand, hey, this is what I need for rest this week. I want you to now prioritize doing that. I want you to make it a thing. Don't just do the body scan and then don't listen to your body. Okay, that's what we've already been doing. That's how we end up in burnout because we just work, 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 work. Or we could say like Rihanna, work, 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 work. We're changing that though. We want to be rest, 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 rest. Okay. And so download that worksheet, put your rest intention for the week in there. Now you can either schedule your rest intention in your calendar, or the other thing that you can do, and I keep forgetting to put the new post-its it's in my other bag. It's not in this bag. But you can either use in the worksheet where there's a habit tracker and you could say, okay, I'm going to decide that next week, between now and next Friday, I'm going to rest 3 days this week. And if you decide that, you go ahead and decide, okay, as long as here's the rest that I want to do, and I'm just going to make time to do it. Now, here's the thing, the less intentional you are about doing this activity, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to do it. That's why I'm encouraging you to schedule it. But the other way that you can do it is you can get a Post-it. Get a cute little Post-it, put your rest activity that you want to do for 3 times this week, write that on the Post-it, and then put 3 little check boxes on there, 3 little open boxes. And I want you to put that Post-it note on your refrigerator, on your bathroom mirror, on the door to your front to leave your house. Put it somewhere that you will see it regularly so that it will remind you, hey, did you rest today? Did you do your rest intention for the week? And then as you do it, say you see it on Monday and you're like, oh, this is a good time for me to rest. I want to go earth. Ooh, Tracy, I'm going to go earth in the sand by the water. Ooh, I just got excited. Yes. Okay. So imagine that I put that on the top of my Post-it and I got 3 little boxes. Now, the 3 times that I do that, every time that I do that this week, I'm going to check it off. Because that's reminding me that I want you to think of that as giving yourself a sticker, okay? And that means that you're prioritizing rest. That's what I'm about helping us do, okay? So whatever your rest intention is, whether you're going to literally put it in your calendar or whether you're going to use the Post-it method, I want you to prioritize that rest for this coming week, okay? If you want to, how about this? Let me know, which way do you think you're going? Put it in the chat. I want to know, are you going to use the Post-it method or are you going to schedule it in your calendar? I'm going to schedule mine in my calendar. That's just what I'm going to do. Here's what else I'm going to do. I'm about to take some time because the other thing that I like to do, and I got to figure out how I can still share my screen, but I'm going to show how to do the timer. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time and I'm going to set up my schedule right here, right now, because I also want to clear my mind of all the things that I didn't finish from this week. I want to get them out of my mind because when it's out of my mind, I actually get to settle into rest. I don't have all of these little things running in the background of my mind. It's like, oh, did you forget? Did you forget? Did you forget? Nah, I didn't forget because I wrote it all down. And then I'm going to schedule my top priorities for next week. And here's the other thing. This gives me the chance to say, oh, wait, that little nagging little troll that's in my mind that's trying to tell me to do this, that's actually not important. Put that on my to-do list and put that thing aside. Do that later. We ain't got time for that, okay? So I want you to this is helping you be intentional about clearing your mind, about clearing any tension, any pressure that's making you feel like you have to hurry up and do more work. Get that stuff out of your mind and then schedule the things that are actually important, including prioritizing rest, okay? So let me see. Tracy said, look at you smiling hard. Girl, I am smiling hard. I cannot wait. I'm like, ooh, I've been wanting to earth. And I think I just found that they do yoga in the park, and it's on my walk route. So what I think I'm gonna do, I don't know what time it starts. I'm gonna do my walk to this place where they do yoga. I'll do the yoga, and then on my route back, so on the way there, I'll walk on the street, but on the route back, I'll walk on the beach. Ooh, can you see me? I'm getting excited right now. But here's the thing. What's so beautiful about this is now I can make this my routine. I can make this my regular habit. And when you have regularly scheduled habits and routines for rest, this whole work-life balance and burnout thing gets so much easier because you can do rest on a regular basis. Rest shouldn't be when you're tired. Rest should be like brushing your teeth, something that we do regularly. And this is me getting excited about my new rest habit now that I'm in LA rather than, because listen, Charlotte didn't have a beach. I didn't have that availability there, but I got it here. So I'm excited about it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Tracy said, I'm going to use both. I love it. That's going to be a beautiful combination. I love it. Okay, good. Tracy says, I have a planner, so I'll use it as a habit. Right. I love combining things. I love it. You know what? And you know what? I'm going to do that too, Tracy. I'm going to do both. I don't have my Post-its in here, but when I get out of here, I'm going to remember to, for one, put them back in my bag. And for two, I'm going to put my Post-it on my bathroom mirror. That's what I'm going to do. I love it. Great idea. I love it so much. Okay. and see how often I check it off. Right. Let yourself, because here's the other thing. I don't want rest to be another thing, another chore. I want you to enjoy it. So pay attention to what you need and how rest is flowing in and out of your life on a regular basis. And then at the beginning, it's going to be a little push because you're reminding yourself to do something different than your default. You're creating a new default. But this will help you to create that new default because you're going to see it and you're going to be like, oh, I haven't taken time to do that yet. Let me go do that right now. Or, oh, let me put the baby down and then I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? You can set yourself up for that. Megan said, I'm going to schedule it. I love it. I love it. Okay, perfect. Tracy said, I have to run for a 1 p.m. meeting, but I got to listen to these talkative females, hoping it would be quick. Hopefully that meeting will go fast, Tracy. Thank you for stopping in. You know, I always love when you're here. And it's perfect timing because, you know, I'm about to spend the next 25 minutes setting up my schedule. You're going to see me doing it on the screen. And I want you to see me doing it on the screen because I want you to know I practice what I preach. Rest takes intentionality, and in order to make it work, we can't just burn down the work that we have to do. We have to be intentional about both sides. And so when I intentionally make time for rest, that means that I have to intentionally stop working. And I'm going to make sure I set that up in my schedule. Now, usually I would have music playing in the background, but I don't think I can do that, or I don't know how to do that here. Ooh, pop out chat. I didn't know that it could do that. That's good to know. Okay, look at me touching stuff. I don't know that I can do that now that I'm streaming directly through YouTube. So here's what I am going to do. I am going to share my screen, and then I'm going to put the timer on like I usually do, and I'm going to set up my schedule. And then afterwards, we're going to come back and wind down for the weekend. Okay? All right. Let me do um no, I don't want to share that. Nope, I don't want to. Okay, here we go. I think that's what I want to do. You know what? I need to see if I can share from the YouTube app on my computer. Listen, I'm learning new things. Okay, I don't want to, I'm going to talk, and I don't want you guys to have to hear me. That's why I usually have the music playing, but I don't know how to do that anymore. But I'm going to figure it out, but I'm just not going to figure it out in this exact second. So I'm going to mute myself, and I'll see you back in 25 minutes. If you're here, tell me, can you hear the music? Trying to see if this is gonna work. You can hear it! Yay! This is lovely. Come on, YouTube. I'm into it. Thanks, ladies. That was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Can you tell I'm excited? Okay, let me get back to making my schedule. Mm, Friday. Who is this? Oh, okay. No, excuse me. Tracy, oh, I'm using Ellie. Do you guys remember I told you about Ellie? It's my favorite calendar. And you can do like a one-time payment, which is the other reason why I like it. Let me see if it'll show you. Oh, I know what I can do. Tracy, if you go to the App Store, oops, okay, not this way, sorry. Instead, you go to actually, I'll give you, because I have a referral link. Duh. Wrong Ellie. See, that's why I need to get you the referral link anyway. Ellie. Here we go. And you can try it for free. But I like that you can just pay it once and then you're done. But you can also use it for free as well. You don't have to. The thing is, if you use it for free, then you don't get the time box mode, which is what you're seeing me use. I use the time box mode constantly. Like, that's my favorite. Let me go ahead and get the link for you. Okay, Ellie affiliate link, here it is. Okay, I'll put this in the chat for you, Tracy. There you go. Yeah, it's my favorite. Because I've used another one, Sansama, and I'm an affiliate for that one too. I will say and that, ooh, someone invited me to do a house thing. I'll look at that later. I can show that one to you as well. It has a lot of the same features, but Ellie is way cheaper. The other thing that I do like about Sansama is it will integrate with ClickUp. And so you can see here, if you use Notion or any of those other things, it'll integrate with it. And so your time blocking and all of that stuff can work together. Ellie does do that in some ways, but it doesn't do it with ClickUp yet. It has a different, it'll do it with Notion, but it doesn't do it with ClickUp or Asana. But I kind of like that it's separate, because the one thing I don't like about Sansama is anytime you time block something, it'll block it off on your calendar. And because I do weekly planning a week ahead, if someone wants to do a discovery call with me, then my calendar is all blocked up and nobody can do it. But I'm actually okay if somebody wants to do a consultation with me. I want to be able to move things around. But if they can't even see what time is available, then they don't get to do that. So that's the one thing I don't like about Sansama. Also, Sansama is twice as much. The monthly subscription is $20, whereas Ellie is only $10. And Sansama does not have a free plan at all. It only has a trial. So you can get on here and try it, but after that 14 days, you got to pay for it. And I like that Ellie had more flexibility, even though I still decided to pay for it. You know, I will say like this. The one thing that makes Sansama hands over heels better than Ellie is that it integrates with a lot of things. You can see, I mean, this is Google Tasks, I believe. Yep. So you can integrate with Google Tasks. I don't personally use the Google Tasks because I use Ellie.
I don't know why I would use Google Tasks. I also use ClickUp, so I have no reason to use Google Tasks. But the point is, no matter what system you're using, Sansama has an integration for it, whether it's Slack, Teams, Outlook, Notion, Monday.com. I don't know what this one is. Linear? Yeah, I don't know what that one is. All of it. What is this one? Oh, Trello. So that part is nice. But for double the price and the fact that Ellie can use the system that I like what I do with Ellie, that's been the better option for me. So remember I put the name in the chat for you, the link in the chat for you so you could try it out. It's free to try it out and they have a free setup so you can try that out too. So let me know how you feel, okay? This guy is cool. He's a cute little guy. Okay, so we just did our scheduling for the week. I hope that you took some time and finished setting up your schedule. You can see I set mine up. Now here, y'all always get a little freaked out because you see that all my things are back to back. But let's remember, I schedule in my lunch break is a rest time for me. My mornings are a rest time for me. My evenings are a rest time for me. So I schedule it in, and you want to see your rest color show up regularly in your calendar. So my rest color is showing up. Even on the days like these days, I need to go back and put in my other rest activities. It's just not the evening walk on the beach. So I wasn't quite done with my schedule, but usually I could set it up in 25 minutes. So now, like the other days, I would go back and set in my purple, which is probably making dinner, hanging out at the house, doing other things that are restful to me. And so I just want to make sure I'm seeing purple regularly on my calendar. Also, too, you can leave it open where it's just like, okay, oops, I didn't mean to do that, where you just have open space. The only thing about that is a lot of times when we see open space on our calendar, we think that we could schedule in more things. And I don't want you to do that. That's not the goal. I want you to feel like this time is blocked off for your rest and that it cannot be given to something else. Because otherwise what we'll do, somebody will call, hey, could you help me move? Oh, I don't have anything in my calendar. Yes. The answer should be no, I'm resting. Do you understand? Do you see what I'm getting at? Okay, good. All right, so let's go ahead and start working on winding down for the weekend. Stop sharing. Okay, Tracy said I like Sansama. Okay, good. Try it out. Here, let me listen. I got a link for that too. And that's why I said I wanted to just show you what the options were, because at least you can pick what feels best for you. Sansama. Let me try to, I got to find that link for you, Tracy. Give me a second and I will look for it. Okay, you said I'm using the trial right now, but I used to pay for it before. Or I should say the company used to pay for it. Hey, that's even better. Get the company to pay for it, boo. I'm all about that. I just canceled my subscription to Todoist. It's the most affordable, but I find myself not going back to it. I understand that. I tried Todoist as well. It wasn't the most helpful for me. I just felt like it's been a while. It's been a while since I tried Todoist. I think it was because when I tried it, it had to been 10 years ago and it didn't have time blocking. I don't know if it has time blocking now, but for me, the main core is being able to use the time blocking feature in addition to my to-do list, because otherwise we overestimate how much time we have to do something. So in our mind, we'll be like, I could get 20 things done. But if we actually stop and think about, well, how long does it take me to do each of those 20 things and put them in our calendar, actually budget them. That's the other reason why I love Ellie and Sansama. This makes you be intentional about budgeting your time and energy every single week. It helps you to make a practice of stop overbooking yourself and to actually be realistic of what you can get done. So yeah, that's why I like using the time blocking with the to-do list. Because when you just look at the to-do list, you're like, oh yeah, I can get 20 things done on my list today. Lies. Absolute lies. When you have to put it in your calendar, time block it in your calendar, then you're a lot more likely to see it. You know what I mean? So okay. Tracy said, I'll give Ellie a try, saving your link. They have integrated a lot, but there's something that's lacking for me. For Sansama or for Ellie, Tracy, which one still has something lacking for you? I'm guessing it's Sansama since you haven't tried it yet. Since you haven't tried Ellie yet. Um, yeah. I think the main thing for me with Sansama, the thing that I didn't like was that it blocked off. I wanted to time block inside of the app. I don't want it to necessarily time block on my calendar. Now, Ellie has an opportunity that you can block when you time block in Ellie, that it'll also show up on your calendar. But I like that I can switch it on and off. I don't want that to be mandatory. And the last time I checked that it was mandatory in Sansama, that if you time blocked it in Sansama, it would automatically block it off on your calendar. And that meant that I couldn't get discovery call scheduled, and I didn't like that part. Okay. Oh, I see. You said, oh, sorry. No, I like Sansama. It's just too expensive. I was talking about Todoist. Todoist has something lacking for you. No, I completely get that. I completely get that. And like I said, I think Sansama has a lot of great benefits. It's just that one thing for me personally that I didn't like. But for you in a corporate setting where you're like, I don't really want people scheduling meetings with me, that might be perfect for you. Whereas for me, where I'm working with you guys, I want you to be able to get a hold of me and have, during business hours or during my scheduling hours, to be able to do discovery calls and work on your exit plans and start getting you jump started into this transition. I want to be able to have those conversations because my goal is to serve you guys. And Sansama wasn't setting me up to do that well, where Ellie is setting me up much better. And then what happens with Ellie, if there is something that I want blocked off on my calendar, I just schedule that in my calendar and it still shows up in Ellie so that I'm still seeing it in both places and both things are still integrated. So that's what works for me. Okay. All right. So, okay, now that we've set up our schedule, prioritizing rest and fun, now it's time for us to start working on winding down for the weekend. Okay. Tracy said these people would try to schedule a meeting on a Friday afternoon at 4:30 or 5. It's like, people, I'm gone at 5. Leave me alone. Girl, I know that's right. Time block that. Time block that time. Just put that directly in your calendar and say, nah, sucker. You don't even need it. That's the name of the meeting. Nah, sucker. Tell them you ain't got time for that, boo. I completely agree. No. I love it. Yes, I agree. All right. So in this time where we're winding down for the weekend, there are just 3 things that we need to do. First thing I need you to do, first, take a deep breath before you do it. Breathe in, hold it, breathe out. I know this is crazy, but I want you to look at your windows. And I want you to see how many windows do you have open. How many windows do you have open on your computer, on your iPad, on your phone? How many windows can you close so that you can free up space in yourself and in your mind? Okay. Go ahead and take a time to shut it down. Listen, she said, girl, shut down. Routine begins at 4:30. Yes. And you should schedule that. Did you all see that I have that in my schedule? I have a workday like a workday startup routine, and I have a workday shutdown routine, and I have specific tasks that I do for each of those things. Schedule it in your calendar. Also, too, that allows you to have a clear delineation. I've finished thinking about work. I've done my brain dump. So, like for me, the 3 tasks that I do when I'm doing my wind down, my shutdown, my workday shutdown, I see if there's any emails that I want to check at the last minute. Usually, nope, I can remind myself for tomorrow, or I might put them on my calendar to look at. I look and see if there's anything that I didn't finish from today. Do I need to reschedule it for another day or shift my priorities? Like literally shift other things that I said I was going to do. Not trying to do everything, shifting things, okay? Because that means I underestimated how much how much time I need. So I change how I do it. I do a brain dump for the day, and then I get up and move my body. I go connect with my squad because I have my business besties squad. I do those kind of things in my wind down, and I do those things every business day. So you want to figure out what your workday wind down should be. Now, I said that I was going to do a live stream that does this, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to set that up. But I'll work on it. And I might not do it every day. That's the reason why I haven't done it, because I'm like, how do I want to do it? Maybe I just do a video that shows you guys what I do rather than trying to do it like we do it together. And we'll just leave, we might just leave that separate. But I do think that I will do some co-working sessions too. So I'm a lot of things to think about. So keeping those in mind. But with that in mind, remember right now we're winding down for the weekend. So think about this as your work week shutdown. What things do you need to get out of your mind? We already should have done that before we scheduled. Now we're actually winding down. So close extra windows on your iPad. Let me see. How many windows do I have open on my iPad that I can close? Oh, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I closed 8 windows on my iPad. Now I only have 1 open. Let me see. How many can I close? Tracy said, I'll join you for the co-working session. Okay. I'll get that together because I think that'll be fun too. At least once a week. Now I have to decide, should it be a workday startup? Because I think I'll do it at a book end of a day. Either I'll do it in the morning where we start up our day together, or I'll do it in the evening where we shut down our day together. I have to figure that out. Tracy, do you have a preference? What do you think? Okay. So while you're thinking about that, I have 1, 2, let me see, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. 6. So I closed down 6 windows on my laptop. Luckily, I really don't have that many open today, which is great. And then also you want to look at your phone. How many windows can you close down on your phone? And remember, the reason we're doing this is because just how when Chrome, when you start closing stuff down, it's like freed up 366 megabytes of space. You're clearing up the same amount of megabytes of space in your own mind, in your own head, so that you have the mental space to focus on the things that are important rather than being stretched thin. Like we're actually setting ourselves up to not be stretched thin in our head, okay? So take a second to do that. Tracy said, FYI, Thursdays and Fridays tend to be my better days. Would love to do a startup with you, but either could work. Ooh. So like a Thursday morning startup. The only thing is now you guys are on crap. Now you guys are on the East Coast and I'm on the West Coast. So even if maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it. You said Thursdays are the better day, but Wednesdays could work too because I do a group co-working session that day. I got to figure it out, but I'm thinking about it. Thursday might be the day. We'll make it work. Agree. We'll definitely make it work, Tracy. I love it. I'm adding that to my list so I can actually think about that this week because I'm working on a new content plan and I would love to add that to the content plan. So, work
day startup co-working session. I love it, Tracy. Thank you so much.
Okay, I got it written down. Okay, so then the next thing we do for winding down for the weekend, what is, in the sense of like, okay, I'm stepping into rest. What is your restful meal? Something that's not rushed, something that you get to sit and enjoy, something that helps remind you like I am moving into my rest vibe. I'm not eating on the go. Like this is not the time to buy fast food or anything like that. I want you to do something that's restful. If you don't really want to cook, if you're like me and you're not a cook person, then you might be pulling out something that you put into the microwave that's easy to cook. But I would love for you to try just this one day a week, one meal a week, where you do something that is slow. It takes time and energy because you're devoting it to a restful practice. If you're not a cooker, do your version of this that makes it feel restful for you. I'm not one that likes to cook anymore. I used to. But instead, so for me, it might be going to get something to eat. But whatever it is, what's going to be your wind down meal? Think about what that's going to be. And then the third thing is what's going to be your restful activity today. Y'all, I saw somebody on roller skates yesterday, and I was like, this is such a California vibe. So I might look for me some skates. My friend would probably curse me out because my left knee is not good, but this will help strengthen my legs so that it's not so much stress on my knees anyway. So that's a vibe. So think about what are some restful things that you're going to do. What's going to be your restful meal and your restful activity that's going to kick off your weekend now that we're winding down from the week and winding up for the weekend for the rest vibes, okay? Tracy said, let me know what time on Wednesdays. Normally my meetings begin at 9:30 a.m. Okay, got it. And see, I was thinking Wednesday because I start a co-working session with some of my business besties at 7:30. But actually, I think it probably would be better to be Thursday. So let's stick with Thursday, Tracy. I'm gonna work on it. I'm gonna set it up. I think I'm gonna set it up for Thursday. And I think what I'm gonna start doing is on Friday setting up all the live streams for the next week. So then we'll have Freedom Fridays, and then we'll have co-working Thursdays, maybe. That's what I think. Tracy said, I love a good yogurt. You have to eat it with a nice little spoon. A little spoon makes it so fun. It's like it makes you take your time, but it's also like, ooh, this is a vibe. I like that. I like that. I have to find my favorite yogurt now is it's like an Icelandic one because it's a plant-based yogurt. I do not like coconut-based, plant-based stuff. I like it to either be cashew milk or almond milk or even oat milk, but I do not like coconut milk-based stuff. So the yogurt that I like, I could see the picture in my face, right? Skyer. It's like Skyer. It's it's a European name that I don't really know how to pronounce. That's my favorite one. With some fruit and listen, and you might have been talking about frozen yogurt. That one's nice too. But oh, my favorite plant-based ice cream, y'all, is called So Delicious. Not the coconut-based one. There's a cashew milk one that is salted caramel. Oh, let me tell you, that one is better than milk-based, like cow's milk-based ice cream. That ice cream is so flipping bomb. Now here, let me tell you this. I'm not telling you it's healthy. I'm just telling you it's not dairy because there's tons of sugar and deliciousness up in that ice cream. Delicious. So if you're ever looking for an alternative to a plant-based alternative to regular ice cream, try out So Delicious salted caramel. Oh, my vibe. Totally my vibe. Okay. Keenan said a scooter is good too. You know what? I used to have a scooter. I don't have it anymore, but that would be fun to let the wind flow in my hair. So I might have to look at that. That would be fun. She said, okay, I'm there. Okay, good. Thursday then. See, you get it. I totally get it. I get it, Tracy. I understand. Keena said, I'm a taco lady. It's tacos and flautas today. Ooh, I'm not a taco lady. I wish that I was. I've never been a taco lady. I will say I am a taco lady in California because carne asada tacos over here are bomb. But it's not like that on the West Coast. I don't like Tex-Mex. I want real Mexican if I'm going to do it. So tacos. I could get it over here. I get it. Tracy said, "Nice one." I saw this commercial for Taco Bell, and I was like, "I'm gonna have me some tacos." Thank you for the reminder. Get it, Tracy. Get that taco. Moving objects, not my vibe. You said, "Listen, the scooter is not for you." I get that. I get that. But the one good thing about the scooter is because I don't have to worry about my knee and I can still let my hair fly in the wind. But I like the idea of the skates because that means it becomes a workout at the same time. And I could track that. I want all my points. So yes. Okay, Meg said, "Ooh, I love tacos, but I think I'm doing quesadillas this weekend." Ooh, quesadilla vibes. I actually got some cheddar cheese, vegan, obviously, and some tortillas. I might have to make a quesadilla for lunch today, actually. Ooh, with some jalapenos. That might be it. That might be it. Yes. Did you just fling your invisible long hair? Yes, I did, girl. Did you see I dyed it? It's lighter today. It's usually black. I made it a little lighter. So I like it. Something to play with while I'm here. But yes, I inflamed my invisible long hair. Scooter is greater than rollerblades. Yes, a lot of different options for sure, for sure. Okay, I love that we've chose some wind down activities for the week. If you're still looking for some restful activities, remember I made another worksheet as well. That's all about it's 30 plus more, 30 actually more than 30 activities of restful things that you can do to get more rest and fun in our week. Because a lot of times we are like, you know what? I'm supposed to be resting right now and I don't even know what to do because I have forgot how I like to rest. I've been working so hard all the time that I forgot how to rest. Well, that's what this worksheet is all about, helping you change that. So I'm putting the link in the chat. You can go ahead and download that worksheet. I'll go ahead and pin that for a second so that you can go ahead and get that worksheet. So in there is a list of different activities. I think rollerblading is in there. I know longboarding is definitely in there. Earthing is in there. This way you have a list to come back to. What was helpful for me when I was learning how to start resting again, I would say, I don't even know how I like to rest. And so I started creating a list of things that I like to do for rest and new things that I wanted to try. And then when I was like, okay, I've scheduled time for my rest. What do I want to do? I go to that list, I pick something off of it, and I go do it. And it keeps me from just coming home and vibing out in front of the TV. Yes, you could do that sometimes, but what are other ways? That's the way to numb your mind. What's something that's going to actually fill your cup? And that's why I wanted to give you this list of different rest and fun activities. We as a community created this together. So it's not just things that I like to do for rest and fun. This is everybody's ideas of things that we like to do for rest and fun. So make sure you go ahead and spend some time, get that worksheet, that put the link in here so you can go ahead and get it, and then go ahead and pull out some different rest and fun activities to jumpstart your weekend, okay? Tracy said, nah, I'm saying she is me and I don't do those things. I completely understand. Only cars and trains, and I hate the buses. You know what? I get it. Different modes of transportations have different vibes and different vibes in different countries too. So yes, I understand being picky about which mode of transportation that you try. I'm down for it. I'm down for it completely. Okay, so then here's what we did our whole thing. We're winding down for the weekend. Because here's the thing, I want to remind you, y'all, I do this because what I want more than anything for all of us is to be rested queens. Rested queens, yes. Like that little emoticon that goes like this, okay? And so the way to do that, the three things that we need to be that is living in flow, constantly being nourished and centered, like emotionally and energetically nourished and centered, and then also to be cared for. And so everything that I'm doing, regardless of whether it's here on this live stream or whether it's in my program, is all about helping you get that. Now, here's the fun thing. I created an assessment to help you see where you might be lacking in those three things. It's completely free. I'm so excited about it. You literally just go on and it's going to ask you 9 questions. In 9 questions, I'm going to be able to show you where you are lacking in the rested fun or in your rested queen lifestyle. And so I want you to go ahead and take that quiz. And also, please share with any other Black women that you're like, listen, girl, you've been talking about, if anybody that says regularly, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm not getting enough sleep, I wish I didn't have to do this, I feel like I'm on all the time. Anybody that's saying any of those things, please send them this quiz, because once you go through it, you're going to get your results, but then you're also going to get some suggestions on how to move forward. And you can also get on a call with me and we can create your plan together. Okay. So let me stop talking and actually give you the link. There we go. My brain is like trying to do too many things at once. Okay, so it's bit.ly/soft life score. I put that in the chat for you as well. Oh, the only thing about that, let me see. Let me try it differently because it's not clickable. As bit.ly/soft life score. Okay, there's the full link. Okay, so now the second link is clickable so that you can go ahead and take that quiz. Okay, and this is all about helping you assess where you are, because when you know where you are and where your here is, and you've already decided where your there is, now all you have to do is create a path from where you are to where you want to go. And I'm all about helping you do that in creating this rested lifestyle, okay, your soft life lifestyle. So make sure you go ahead and take a second to take that quiz. You guys, you know, I enjoy you so much. Thank you for taking the time to get on here with me. Thank you for winding down with me, doing the body scan, all the different things. If there's any way that I can serve you, you know where to find me. Hit me up on Instagram, send me a message. I check them every day. Sometimes I'm a little slow, but I do check it every day and I will respond. And we can get together and help you work through it, because again, like I said, my goal is to help you become a rested queen. All right, ladies, have a wonderful weekend. Eat good food, have deep belly laughs, enjoy yourself, and then I'll see you next week. Okay, I'll see you then. You're welcome, Tracy. I'm so glad you got a chance to join. I'm glad that meeting was evidently short because you came back. I'm into it. Yes. Have a great weekend, Meg. Yes. I'll see you. Yes. Happy long Memorial weekend. Have such a great day off on Monday. Okay, you guys? All right. Bye.